Hey everyone, in our last video, I explained to you the content of our second functional test. We removed some of the redirection tests and instead tested for the existence of items in our list that should have appeared after we have inputted or typed in text into our input field. We finished with this assertion error that says finish CSI 40 project. This string is not found in the list of list items. The first things needed for that string to be loaded into that list is that we have to handle that request wherein that data or that string is sent to us, to our Django application, where it is then stored in a variable, retrieved or stored in the database, retrieved by our views, and displayed on our templates. To do that, we need to first be able to send data to our server, which means we will be making what's called a post request. Post requests will be what post is going to be discussed later on in a later video. But for the time being, all that means is that you are going to send data to the server, and that data is hidden from the URL. Instead, it is added in some other bytes of the request. Okay. So to do that from the HTML, we need to wrap our input field with a form. So we make a form element. We won't use an action attribute. Instead, we will have a method attribute, and we will have it say post. Now this form element should contain our input element. If we run our functional test, it should still pass. If, however, it does not pass, then your test has a problem. Our unit test still should pass. Let's try that out. Python manage.py test. That should... Okay, our errors here are from the other tests, wherein we are using views that needs query sets, but anything that needs our home view, we don't have an error. This is a create page, and this is our list page test. So our home page test is still fine because that is what we're editing right now. We're sure that we didn't change anything that will cause our application to send an error. Now that we have our form input, we need to add a variable here, which is our CSRF token, or our cross-site request forgery input field, or it's our safety measure, so that we are sure that all the data that is being sent back to our servers are safe and are coming from the application that is rendered by Django. So to do that, we write something like this. We have our braces, we have two number signs, and then here we say CSRF underscore token. In the HTML, once it is rendered out, it will create an input field that would have, or that would contain, our token. So if we save this and then we try and run our functional test, we should be safe. Okay, our functional test still runs the way we expect it to. And that is how you create a form or a basic form in our HTML templates that will be useful for when we are actually able to send data to our backend or to our database when we have our models. Now would be a good time to commit. I'm just on master, but we could theoretically put this on some other branch. So let's do that. Git checkout -v models. Here we can add everything. Well, and then let's just call it added tests and HTML templates for homepage form. With that, we are done with this video. And in the next video, we will be talking about how to handle that post data.